Well, hello there, you beautiful people. We now have a Patreon for our podcast. You can subscribe to it in the link on our channel or down in the description. We have bonus episodes for the patrons and also a Discord that you can join once you sign up. We really appreciate you supporting this channel, but we won't keep any paywalls. So all the regular episodes are still available on the channel as usual, but you get some extra stuff if you choose to support us. Thank you very much. Well, good evening, crewmates, aka
Oh my
shippers.
God.
My
Are we
name
doing
is
that?
The Click, and this
We're
is...
not doing
what?
a fancy intro. We're just going right into it. Is that what you want to do?
Should we do a fancy intro?
Should we do a fancy intro? I don't know, man. Up to you.
Okay,
What do you want
let's
to?
do it.
What do you want to do?
Yes, hello there. Topic you want to-
Hello.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, you're noticing that we're wearing ties today.
Yes, we are. Okay, no, I regret this. I'm sorry. Please do the intro.
Regular intro? All right,
Yep.
all right. There you go. I hope you're happy with yourself. All right. Well, good evening. I totally whiffed it. Well, good evening, crewmates, aka shippers. Welcome to the Ship Podcast. Stop laughing at me. My name is Dakota.
What are our
I'm doing
fans
this with my
called?
co-host, one topic
What's
at
our
a time.
pod?
What?
Hello.
What is the podcast? What is the Ship Podcast called?
Oh God.
So you might have noticed we're a bit extra dressed up today because we just hit 20,000 subscribers.
Woo! Pff, fireworks. Poo! Confetti. Woo! Are you okay?
Beautiful. So today we have a bit of a special treat for y'all. We actually went to our Discord where we have a Q&A channel. So if you sign up for the Discord, you can with a Patreon, you can actually have access to the Discord and ask us questions there because we are such interesting people. My God, one topic. So we're going to answer a bunch of these questions now on the podcast as a little special, and thank you to everyone. So you can get to know us a little bit better. So for every time we hang out with you, it's like, oh, hey, it's that guy that likes lizards.
Wasn't that one of the questions? Why are you giving people previews? What is this?
Okay, that's true. No spoilers, no spoilers.
No spoilers. I haven't read them all yet, but I've read some of them. Here, I'll start
skimmed
us
them.
off. So this one actually came to us from Caro, who's been our patron for a while. She's in every single premiere. What has been your favorite episode so far, and which guest were you most excited for?
Oh my God, that is so... What are you doing?
You
Are
sip
just
right
dying
into the
on me?
mic? You just sip right into the mic? Is that what you're doing,
Yeah,
quick?
I did.
20K
Yeah,
special,
yeah,
man. What did,
I also
Professional.
I also have a small little thing with peanuts in it. Like it's a festivity here. I have tea. I have peanut. Look, check this out.
I can't see you. You're the only
No,
one
but
that can see me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I always assume you can see me. All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna give you some nice nut ASMR in this episode while we're at it.
So, Click, I've got a question here. What has been your favorite episode so far, and which guest were you most excited for?
Honestly, I have loved all our guests so far. It sounds cheesy to say, but I mean, all the people that we have invited on are people we were actually interested in talking to. So I think when it comes to like fanboy hype, I think Mr. G was very interesting because
Mr.
it was
Gigi, yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, Mr. Gigi, because that was the first kind of YouTuber that wasn't someone we already knew, if that makes sense. Then, of course, all the people from Sad Milk were amazing. But I think one of the episodes I was incredibly surprised about was actually Kite. Because he wasn't someone I knew before. I'd never talked to him personally. And the episode turned out to be so good. So many like funny anecdotes, and it had a really good message. And the audience loved it as well. So that was the episode I think I'm the most happy with so far, because it shot so far above any expectations I could possibly have had beforehand.
I was so glad Kite had time for that. He's a very busy lad.
It's wonderful.
Not only just running my Discord, but just everything else that he does behind the scenes. I think he's also in university right now as well.
Damn.
Setting aside that much time for us, especially that specific time zone, Australia time zones are terrible. It turned into an amazing episode, and we had some really good stories come out of that. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Mr.
That was
Gigi
so good.
was the one I was most excited for, but then the one that I liked the most was the Kite episode. And
Indeed.
secretly, I was equally excited for that one.
Everyone is equally awesome. And I think Mr. Gigi was also... I think it would be amazing to have him on again if he wants to come on. Because then it's like... Then we already know each other a little bit, so then we'll like flow smoothly, then we don't have
If
to
he had
spend half
time.
the episodes like getting to know each other.
Because he scheduled like 80 podcasts over a series of 5 days.
Insane.
And so even before us, he had one that was running long. The one after us, he was late for. So it was hard for him to like really focus when he's got so much scheduling up in the air. But he ended up having fun. I mean, by the end of it, he said he'd be back. So
Indeed.
I liked it.
Yeah. Let's hit him up in a month or two again. That would be fun.
I like that. This one comes from Blink. What are your favorite and least favorite parts of having YouTubers as a career? YouTuber. Oh, I get it. Like having YouTube as a career.
Oh, yeah. Blink is very generous. He's actually...
Blink's awesome.
He's a Moby Dick on our Patreon, actually. That's the name. Moby, yes. It's a whale. Get your mind out of the gutter, one topic.
No, I'm just imagining you as Ahab.
Oh, okay. Yar, Moby Dick, I'll spear thee.
So yeah, what's your least favorite part of being a YouTuber? We'll start with the negative and then we'll end on a positive.
I think one of the things I was actually talking to you a bit before we started recording this episode is that people start hyping you a lot when you're a YouTuber. When you like reach a certain threshold of number of followers or views per video or whatever measurement you want to use, it feels like it becomes more of a fan culture around you. And that feels very strange to me because in these past 6 months or so that my channel has actually grown the most, I have not really changed that much of a person yet. I'm still the same person, roughly, as I was 6 months ago. But like the fan hype around me has, increased by 100-fold. And that feels very strange. I'm not going to say I don't appreciate people that follow the channel, but sometimes it can be... sometimes you can get people doing weird things to get your attention, that kind of stuff. I had one person impersonate Illuminati on Discord, for example, try to get a reaction.
That's probably my least favorite as well, is when someone does something so irregular to try to talk to us. I can understand why. I would probably fanboy over someone on YouTube when I was younger and try to chase after them whatever aspect that I could or whatever tactic that I could. But I don't think I'd impersonate someone else that they knew. That's a very odd thing to do. And that's probably my least favorite is when people go to an extreme to get our attention.
Exactly. And, the same thing would, for example, if people get so obsessed that they try to look you up in real life or they, actively stalk you, that kind of stuff. That is the kind of exposure that I don't think any YouTuber likes. But that's what comes along with being a public figure, sadly. You will get 99% of your followers are amazing. Sorry. And you have that small percentage.
Editor, please help us out. Cut out the swore.
Yes. Help us, please. Don't make us lose our paycheck because of it. And but then you will have that small percent that would take stuff way too far. And for us so far, it's mainly been, people being creepy on Discord or sending unsolicited things, but it's been relatively harmless so far. But that's my least favorite part of it, for
What's
sure.
your most favorite, though? What is the thing that gets you up in the morning, that you're like, I am amped and ready to go? Is it the fireworks when you get a 1 out of 10 video?
Yes, that's my drug. I wake up every day like,
thanks, YouTube. Oh, that motivates me so much.
Pew, pew, pew. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's actually one of my less favorite parts too.
I dislike it. Yeah.
But it's waking up every morning and working with you.
Yeah, that's been one of the highlights for me as well, is just having people to collaborate with generally, not specifically the Click, who would want to work with the Click regularly every single day.
Ouch.
No, I'm kidding.
But
We talk about
one
this.
Who would have you, so,
Oh, we deserve each other. No, I like that. Good job on that comeback. Yeah, I mean, we mesh really well.
We do.
We're
like
very
two opposite sides of the coin.
Exactly, opposite sides of the coin, like Two-Face from Batman. So when the Click and I started interacting, that might be a question later on, I'm not sure. But when we started interacting and we started hanging out more, we realized that we could bounce things off of each other super well. So one of the things that I'm most grateful for is that other members in the community are willing to take a look at what I'm creating and see whether or not it's good or it's bad. And if it's bad, they give me real feedback. And then I can know, okay, maybe I should change this up or make this, what do you say? Turn the sharpness all the way up and turn the saturation up.
Yes. The classic we do for all our thumbnails. It's like, oh, it's a good thumbnail. But have you increased the colors to a ridiculous extent yet? There you go. That's a good thumbnail.
YouTube did go under a change recently. So when you scroll underneath someone's videos, the next thumbnail that comes up is full size for your phone. Yeah. And it hides the comments. Yes. Great for the creator, not so great for the community interaction. It's a give and take, but it means that we can create our thumbnails differently because we've been creating our thumbnails to hopefully get them noticed when they're this big. But now we can create them consistently to get noticed when they're this big. So, I mean, it might change how we create our
texts
thumbnails.
and details.
Exactly. It's kind of nice.
So that's really good. But yeah, and also, like you said, working with people on YouTube and also the community we create, that is wonderful. Like
Speaking of
the people
community,
come together.
Actually, REFFCOS is our next question.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah. What's been the most rewarding part of this whole project? Well, actually, REFFCOS is one of the most rewarding parts of this project. Being able to interact with an artist that is not only so talented, but is like so ready on the spot, on the go to make any changes necessary. He's created every single thumbnail for this podcast.
Yeah,
and
it's
in
always
record
ahead of
time.
schedule.
Yes.
Always. It's amazing, almost always when you work with people online, and that goes for people that work, with me or with us as well.
Okay,
Like,
sure.
Sometimes we are late. Sometimes we get stuff happening, or we get real life things going on and we need to push things. He has never ever been late with anything. It is absolutely insane. I don't know how he does it. He's doing a better job than we are. My God.
He's also streaming on Twitch now, so look up REFFCOS and you'll see him make artwork for this channel.
Yes, he streams live when he creates the art pieces, so go check that out. We'll leave a link in the description to his Twitch. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's been one of the most rewarding, is being able to find people that are this talented and bring them together with other people. As through us, REFFCOS met VV and met a whole bunch of other artists that we've been working with on the channel. VV is the other person who's worked on this. If you're watching me right now, I'm pointing to our two profile pictures on either side. Both of those were created by VV, another great artist.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing I love with this whole project, that you feel this. We bring the community together, I guess, from the start. It feels strange because I don't even feel at this point like we are the most quote-unquote talented in the community. But it feels like when you create something like this, it brings so many people together. And seeing people, for example, like REFFCOS and VV just thrive in these communities, that is so rewarding. I love that. Oh, it's so good.
The next question we've got is a bit of a joke. It's from FLANNERY, another amazing person that we've been able to interact with in our community. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
The question is invalid. You didn't specify European or African.
Click. He said the thing. He said the thing. I had to put my phone down, but he said the thing.
I'm doing finger guns right now. Oh yeah, we're so cheesy. I love it.
All right, next question. This one's from Summer, who's actually been a patron on my side long before the Ship podcast as well. They say, what are your hopes and dreams for the future, both for the podcast and your personal careers?
Oh, that's interesting. I think both of us, we kind of jumped on this YouTube thing when our channel started doing well to the point where we could actually support ourselves with it. So some kind of longevity career on YouTube or similar platforms, doing podcasts or streaming or YouTube videos. It's something that I love doing, something that I have been leaning into for many, many years and finally managed to take it to the point where it's actually a job. So
it has been a bit of a dream for me. Way back in the day, always wanted to be able to do it. I've tried different things. I mostly just focused on like corporate work and being an important businessman, doing business things, and that never turned out.
Ties.
with ties. And now I'm bringing it back. This might become the new fashion on the channel. Who knows? But this is really kind of the dream.
Tying it up.
God damn it, click. This kind of is the dream, though, is being able to do this. The podcast especially. My meme videos, they're fun. I love them. But being able to do this is such an entirely different experience that having the two of those projects on the go is a ton of fun.
It is, because the meme stuff, it's appealing to a broad audience. It's fast, it's snappy, it's like trendy. But the podcast it goes slower, but it's also a bit deeper. We get to talk about topics we find interesting. We can interview interesting people. There's more deep content into it. Like I said, it's slower. It doesn't have the same like flash value, but it creates a very nice balance to have this place and the main channels.
And I guess future dream for the podcast, for my career especially, I would love to do more charity work. I really want to integrate that in the future once I can support myself with my channel, because it'll happen one day. But once that becomes a thing, I'd love to be affluent enough where I could not utilize all the money that's coming in and instead help people with it. That would be my main goal, because no one needs to be quote unquote rich if there are people that are struggling. So I would love to just help those in my local area and then move wider from there once that's possible.
One thing I've been thinking about, which I actually have designs for, but I tried to push it when my channel was still a bit too small for it, so it kind of didn't really take off. But it's actually charity merch. So I create like a line of charity merch. What I was doing was cancer charity, but it didn't really take off. I actually took it off my store, and I said I'm going to do this in the future when I have more notoriety enough to actually push it. I think it was around when I had like 100K, which was way too early for me because a lot of the subways was still inactive. So it was like 50K active subs, and it's still a large number. Like I don't want to downplay it, but to push a charity, it's too small. So maybe in the future, maybe with Sad Milk, that would be cool.
I'd love that with Sad Milk. That would be a really good place to do it. It's all of us coming together. It's all our different audiences. A lot of people in our different communities want to help people. I'd really like that. That's a good idea, Click. We'll revisit that. I know that's come up in conversation before, but we should definitely do that.
Yeah, we should give it an extra push.
Let's see. So our next question comes from Blink, it looks like. Have you ever done singing as a hobby extracurricular type thing? And would you be willing to sing for us? I think Blink wasn't there when we did our karaoke. You and I, Click.
Is he referring to me or to you?
I think this question is for both of us because for you, I mean, you can directly draw upon your career as a vocalist.
Oh yeah, I am partly it's more of a hobby level, to be honest, but I'm a bit of a musician. And I have a second music channel, a music project up on my channel, so you can go check it out if you want to. But yeah, music is fun. But for me, it was like music is fun in the right amount. I don't think I could do it full time. It's too much of a rabbit hole for me. I need to have a more... That's why, for example, it fits so well with the YouTuber thing, because then you can do music on one small side channel, you can have your main channel, you can do the podcast over here, and it matches my kind of holistic chaoticness.
If you haven't seen yet, Blink, and anyone else in the audience, Click has a video about not wearing pants. I just realized we did a commercial recently where I wasn't wearing pants, but there's a whole, and people were like, well, when's Click next, for not wearing pants? You have a whole video where you're not wearing pants.
Yeah, that's pretty much the theme of the entire video. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Dance without pants. You don't need pants to dance.
Okay. What I sing, I sing almost every stream, kind of accidentally. I'm just like waiting for things to start, and then I just start singing Adele. Because baby, you're a firework. And then I move on. All right, so KOZARO asked,
the Dane.
Yeah. Asked, what's a topic you guys want to do that you haven't done yet? I mean, we're only on episode 20. I mean, no, it's 21. Okay, this one's 21.
Sadly. It would be cool if it was episode 20 and also 20K. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, we hit 20K before we did episode 20. So that was really cool. 20,000 people.
We should have thought about that. Anyway.
We did, but we'd already scheduled Wonderstruck, and I didn't want to delay it. So we just blamed me on that one.
No, it was true. It was fair to Wonder, not push the episode like an entire week just because of the episode order. It's a bit silly.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's cool, because some other people might not put their friends ahead of their personal milestones, but we do, because our Sad Note crew, our little friend group, we're tight. We're awesome.
They're amazing. It goes up to Wonderstruck, by the way. He's amazing.
Yes. But we've only done 20,000 episodes. Or 20. We've only done 20 episodes. So we haven't nearly covered every single topic that we want to do. There's a ton that we haven't done yet. We've even got like sketches in the background of full episodes that we haven't done yet. We've got a full episode that we've recorded that we haven't released. I mean, we've got a lot of things in the background. REFFCOS was actually asking me about that. When are you guys going to use that thumbnail that I made? It's like, oh yeah.
It's on the way. It's recorded.
It's on the way.
We just haven't edited it yet.
Exactly.
It fell in between all the COLLAB recordings we did. And also Illuminati is on the way in, the last Milkman that hasn't been on the podcast yet.
Yes.
Because she's super busy and
she
very
does
popular.
So much. She does incredibly
much. My God, I think when I spoke to her recently and she's like, I just thought about it the other day. I managed like 5 or 6 YouTube channels. Like, yeah.
And she has the puppy now, Casper.
Yes.
So check the dog out. There's our subtle plug.
Floof.
Illuminati, now come on the podcast.
Yes, we're giving you free ads. Come, please.
Bring Casper.
Casper the friendly floof has more subs than we do on the podcast.
What? Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Heck. So yeah, what's a topic we want to do yet that we haven't done? I mean, we want to have Illuminati on, and we want to talk about a billion things. Trust me, we've got a lot going on. Don't worry.
Indeed.
Dark Lord Sparkles says, what is the first thing you do after lockdown is over? I guess it's the first thing like that we want to do that we haven't been able to do yet.
I would say larger
inside.
social gatherings. Like, doesn't have to be a party necessarily, but one thing I was actually planning to do with my friends, or obviously fly out to US and meet the Milk Gang, but like the first thing will probably be a big games night, because I was actually planning to do like a big, board game night where I have like board games piled up on different places, my apartment, that people can go around. We had like drinks and stuff, and then the dust in the air came, and it's like, nope, your plans are skablooshed. It's like, ah, cool. And I've been waiting for that for a couple of months now, so that's going to be fun. And after that, fly out to the US to meet the Milk Gang, because they actually, you did meet up, you guys, a couple of months back, but it was before I got off my day job, so I couldn't join you.
Yeah, it was
when we
just
planned
before.
To meet up again.
Yes. And literally the week that it was bad back then, I'll be honest. Even though that was like January or something, it was still bad. We knew stuff was happening. We knew it was in the airport, and we're still like, we'll try. And then our flight still worked out. And then when we came back, we're like, we can't do this again for a while. Oh, no.
No.
Everything was different.
It really was.
So yeah, first thing that we do is meet up with friends. I'm going to go camping, I think. And then, meet up with the Milkman again. That's my main thing that I'm most excited for, is meeting up with the Milk Gang again.
That's ridiculous. I've worked full time with these people for a good few months now, and I've never met them. It's ridiculous.
Especially me. I mean, you're on a call with me every single day.
Yeah, we like sit and talk on the phone when we go to sleep and everything. So,
Well, no, no. All right. So the next question. Oh, it's from REFFCOS again. What careers did you guys follow before you went to YouTube? What careers did we follow? So is that the ones that we, like the career paths that we took REFFCOS, or is that like people on YouTube?
No, I guess the careers we were pursuing.
Okay. Well, for me, I was trying to be an important business guy, and I went to school for that. I think I've talked about that before. I was managing human people at business building. And then I decided, to heck with having a stable career and a consistent income and being able to afford my rent. Why don't I just go to YouTube? This sounds like a great idea.
Well, we did get our first sponsor recently. So
yes. Check out our sponsor. They are awesome.
Yes,
they are
indeed.
in the previous episode.
Yes, it's awesome. And for me, I actually went and got an entire degree before I decided to dump everything and go to YouTube. So I took a bachelor in vehicle engineering and a master's in industrial management, and I was specializing in statistical math. So I'm actually in a Illuminati video that's going to be released soon about gambling and lotteries. And I take 10 minutes lessons like, here are the statistics behind lotteries, why you should never buy lottery tickets.
Oh, geez.
Pretty much. But,
well, it depends which lottery system you're investing in, right? I mean, a lot of them, so some of them purport to go towards charities, and other ones,
of course,
don't.
So I did actually mention that in the video. It's like if the lottery is supporting your local raffle or charity, I mean, then it's a raise money. I mean, you're not supposed to make money if you support a charity. That's
exactly.
Not, typically how it goes. But if it's just a general lottery, for just trying to make money from it, it's cut that shit out.
You want you want that cut out?
Oh no, I think that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
Okay,
that's a small swore.
Swore.
It's a small swore. Don't point at me like that. So the career I was pursuing was a product manager. I was working within software development. We sold a software that offered solutions to companies. We used algorithms and stuff for it. So my role was managing projects, but understanding the technical stuff good enough to actually know what we're doing. But yeah, then I decided, I'm going to read memes online. So,
dude, I've always wanted to be an actor and a voice actor, and it's forever been the dream. And I always thought, you know what? I'm not worth it. I'll fail. I'll not succeed. Aww. And now it's becoming a small thing. So
yes. Yeah, well, voice acting, even if it's not
for a movie or for a game.
I guess.
Yeah.
But it's still part of it. It's a big part of it. We are really essentially vocally based hosts. It's pretty much what it is.
Have we ever thought about doing... Oh, wait, hang on. When you were kids, what did you want to be when you grew up? That one's from Summer. So when I was a child, I wanted to be taller. Also, I had a thought when I think I was 6 years old. I was hanging out with the neighbors, and I was seeing how they were interacting with their daughter. Their daughter was a piano teacher and was giving me lessons at the time. And I always thought, wow, I love how they interact with one another. I think when I'm older, I want to be a parent. And I think that's the first time I realized I wanted to be a father when I was about 6 years old. Yeah, they were good folks.
2 years later,
good
you
people.
became a father.
Oh, no! No. Anyways, yeah, so when I was younger, that's what I wanted to be. What about you, Click?
That is so wholesome. That is so wholesome. I wanted to be a blacksmith. It's a bit of a twist. So when I was like 8 years old, I actually, for my birthday, I wished for like blacksmithing equipment. So I still have, I had like an anvil and stuff in the house where I grew up. I think I probably drove my parents nuts, when I'm sitting and doing like metal work, in the evenings, like dong, dong, dong. But I still think I have that stuff like in my storage shed. So that's pretty cool. So that was a very unusual hobby. I made like rings and jewelry and, small like miniature medieval weaponry, that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Well, that'll be something great you can teach to your furry children when you eventually have them.
Thank you. I assumed it's going to be our children topic. What do you...
Oh, they'll be extra furry then?
They'll be only furry.
Goodness. Okay. Anywho. Have you guys ever thought of doing other types of content on your own channels? So I guess generally, I started off doing something completely different. I wanted to do more commentary on just things I found interesting, thus the name One Topic at a Time. I started talking about Lego, and then I was like, let me just do some fun videos. And I found the fun videos got twice as many views. I think instead of 10 views, the other one had 20. And I was like, 20 views. Oh, I'm going to do more of these. I was so excited.
Business.
So I did Bone Apple Tea for a little while. And then I just got way into doing the subreddits and laughing at different memes and stuff. But yeah, I'd love to do a little bit more commentary. Maybe I'll set up a second channel where I do that, where it's just like one topic at a time, at a time.
One topic at a time for real this time.
What about you, Click? What else do you want to have going on?
I've done a lot of different things. I've done like gaming.
I think you've got a special project on the go right now. It might sound a little bit like this. Oh yeah, we have an ASMR channel, a second ASMR channel.
And people are asking you to actually join it.
I know, right?
Yeah, for a collab. Yeah, we should do that. ASMR collab. I am so down.
All right, if I start an ASMR channel, then we can use that to help promote it.
Yes, it's not even cursed ASMR. Like my ASMR videos are actually wholesome. That's the whole point of it. It's kind of, a step away from the cursed stuff.
Yeah, I've seen you touch your guitar.
Yes.
That thumbnail.
Do you like it? Yeah,
it looks very fun. I have listened to a bit of it. Having you that close to my earballs, though,
touch my instrument.
Oh God! Next question. Okay, so this one's from Sentinel. What would be your favorite childhood memory?
When I grow up. Next question.
My favorite childhood memory would probably be when I was seeing The Lion King in the theaters with my whole family. I think that was probably my favorite.
Oh, that is so wholesome. Oh, what is my favorite? I used to build a lot of tree houses when I was a kid. I remember how psyched I was when I finished one of the biggest ones. That was really cool.
I don't know if I was alive when it came out. I think we saw it on like a re-release in theaters. Huh. You had a treehouse? I'm sorry. I completely washed over that. I got lost in my own head.
Was I even alive?
Did you say that? Did you say that you had a treehouse? Was that?
Oh yeah, I built a lot of tree houses. Like everywhere I went, I built tree houses. Like in the garden where I grew up, like at the summer house, like at my friend's summer house. Like I don't know how many. So that's always something I did. And for one tree house, I really went for it. So I bought like, these, I don't even know the word in English, but when the planks have tiny like puzzle pieces in the sides of them, when one is like indented and one goes out, so like puzzle them together so the walls are like airtight. Bought a bunch of those planks, did a super fancy house with like plexiglass windows, all the kind of stuff. It was really fancy. So when I finished that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a real constructionist. Beautiful.
Thus now YouTube. Yay. Constructionist of treehouses. Direct career pathing into YouTube.
Indeed, yes. I recorded my first YouTube video in that tree house. Maybe not. YouTube wasn't a thing back then. It was like back in probably like 1999 or something.
Let's see. This one's from Caro. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Probably right now, Sweden. I'll be honest. I'd love to go out there and see the mountains. The side bonus being that the click is there.
Of course. Yeah, thank you. Wow, I'm the side bonus as usual. Wow.
We could do a collab on top of a mountain. We could set up our laptops and our microphones, and then we could do some podcasts while we hike. Why not?
It's gonna be super. I love we have this vision to make this awesome like live podcast in the wild, and then it's just super windy and it's rainy.
I'm gonna love it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could go anywhere, I would. It depends. Is it only us? If I could teleport people, I would move all the sad milk to Colorado and meet up there for like a sad milk week. That would be awesome. We were planning to go to VidCon together, but then we kind of came to the conclusion that VidCon is all about TikTok nowadays.
Oh, I should probably send out a tweet actually and say, with a sad heart, I must announce that I will not be attending VidCon this year. I will not be attending VidCon. TikTok con. So if we could travel around, those are good places.
Indeed.
That is actually a really good question from Blink. When coming in this, did you have anyone you looked up to?
Oh, I actually got into, if you mean Reddit videos specifically, I actually got the idea when I watched Sorrow. Actually, a funny story. I used to watch Sorrow with my ex. Like instead of watching Netflix and stuff like in the evenings.
Don't worry, this is before me.
Yeah, it was before Topic, and then I met Topic. That's why. No, this was like a bunch of years ago at this point. It's like almost 3 years ago, I think. Not 2 years at least. Something like
for
that.
Sorrow.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started watching him actually, and I really enjoyed it. And then I kind of got that idea, like, hey, I used to do Let's Play videos, do silly voices, that kind of thing. I could try this. And my first video was an r/nice guys, and it was so bad. Still up on my channel, so bad. And I was even silly enough to use like a copyrighted track, so I don't even make money from it. But it only has like 5k views, I think, so it doesn't matter. But that's who got me into Reddit. What about you, Topiki?
I don't even think my first Reddit video has broken 1,000. Yeah, Redditor was a big inspiration. Around the same time, I was also listening to Fresh and Oz and Illuminati. And it was one specific video where Illuminati was discussing another individual online. And I was like, you know what? I could do some commentary stuff. I don't think I specifically want to talk about people, but like concepts and ideas. That'd be really interesting. And then there were other historical documentary YouTube channels that I followed that I really liked their style. And that super made me interested. But then, my goodness, when I finally got to meet famous YouTubers, which sort of bleeds into the other question that I saw here, which was, have you ever been starstruck when meeting a fellow YouTuber? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, not only did Click message me back when I slid into his DMs on Instagram, but also when I joined the group, I got to talk to Us Media and Illuminati. And all these people that I've been watching for a while. Oh yeah, you're jealous. You were there for months. And I got to talk to Damien, who was the first guy that I got to collaborate with on the YouTubes.
That is true.
And I am forever grateful to Damien Lee. He was a very nice fellow.
Aw, that is nice. That's so wholesome. Yeah, I was definitely starstruck as well when I came into, because we have a small like Discord group behind the scenes where we like have pretty much all the Reddit people in that group, more or less. We have a couple of different groups, and like they overlap in different places, but most people are gathered there. And that's where I was the most starstruck. I remember I was invited by Salty in the first place when we did a collab back in the day. And I was like, oh, there's Us Media. Oh, Illuminati. Oh, Damien is here from MK. Oh my God, all these people. Whatever, right. Oh God. Oh no. Yeah. I was pretty much starstruck because that felt like, oh my God, the doors to YouTube just opened up with all these cool people. Now I work with them pretty much every day. It's amazing. If you told me where we would be today, like 6 months ago, I would not believe it. Not a chance.
Even just 6 months ago, was that November? Even just a handful of months ago, I wouldn't have imagined that I would have surpassed 100,000 subscribers. That you're closing in on 300,000. My goodness.
Indeed.
The podcast, 20,000 subscribers. Yay!
And with sad milk plaques on the way.
Sad milk plaques on the way. Oh my goodness. We're like
everything
real
is just
YouTubers.
Pointing upwards. It's ridiculous. Like,
I think it's because we're having fun with it, and it's not like a business plan. It's like I mean, it kind of is. Like, the business side is very businessy, but the hanging out and whatnot is not businessy at all. That's just all fun.
No, it's
and sharing
like
the
if you
funness
run
with
a
everyone.
company with your friends and every meeting is a chill hangout where you have fun.
Mhm.
That's pretty much the feeling.
Let's see here. So I actually like this question because I ask it every once in a while. Like, what's your favorite food?
Oh,
Because
I
Click's
don't.
Swedish, in case anyone doesn't know. He's got
Swedish,
weird
I
food.
always say meatballs. But actually, as of late, what I've been enjoying the most, honestly, is, for example, when I've had a long day or been, working out or physically active and have like a really solid hamburger. That is so good. Very basic, I know, but it's just so good. Having that, like, when you feel in your body like you've been working hard or working out, have like a calorie deficiency, and just having, a delicious hamburger, some really good fries on the side, and like just tanking it. Oh, that's so good. I love that.
For me, anything with matcha in it. I love matcha everything.
Oh, I have
Yum.
matcha tea.
Ah, it's good. Matcha ice cream,
Ooh,
matcha mochi. I love matcha. Matcha shaved
Matcha,
ice.
matches us because we're pretty macho.
Ooh, this is a really good one. If you could collab with any one of your choosing, who would it be?
Oh.
That's a tricky one. I mean, it's a really good. We've named off a couple people, but I
Yeah.
do like that question.
That is so interesting because nowadays I do collab with a fair amount of people. So not Oh, that's such a difficult question.
For me,
I mean-
there's obviously the big people like PewDiePie. I'd love to, because I think that would just be fun. Because I don't think any of us would take it seriously. Because he'd be like, "Who are these people? They're just like really incredibly small channels I've never heard of." And then we'll be like, "We have nothing to talk about with this gigantic channel who's done literally a billion things we could have never done." But why don't we just have fun with it? I think that would be kind of the fun with it. None of us would care.
Exactly. We'll be like, it's not even the same world, so it doesn't matter. I mean, that's the obvious choice, the big ones. For example, I would say a couple of channels that would be really fun to work with is, for example, Sorrow. I would like to work with Sorrow, not because of it's PewDiePie
like a fun
channel,
guy.
not for. He seems to be a very fun guy, even behind the scenes, like very laid back, very chill, and also the fact that he kind of got me into the Reddit stuff, and it would be so much fun to make a video with him and just, voice act and laugh about it. Doesn't even have to be, a big serious collab thing, but just that feeling like, hey, this is the guy I used to watch who actually got me into this content, and now I get to make like this little silly voicey video with him. That would be really cool.
It'd be fun to hear his perspective on things as well, because so many of the channels that we interact with or that we're friends with got started based on, watching his videos and getting super inspired by him. So, it'd be cool to see. I mean, he's sort of like the starting point for a lot of people. And many people
like
have
the
gone off in
grandfather.
different directions. But the grandfather, he released a video recently, and it was very fun to listen to. I love the one where he voiced over an old movie poster. I won't spoil it, but...
No, that was so good. Like, you hard it. It was the
I won't ruin it.
poster. He did like a 50s
I won't ruin
style. You
Neither shall you. Yes,
So
exactly.
I'm giving a teaser. I'm not saying anything more. And
You
it's a
might,
nice
though.
guy video. It's actually really good. I love that video. I watched it all the way through.
What was your first reaction when you surpassed 20,000 subscribers? That one's from Caro again.
Why did this take so long? No,
Was it like 5 months? January?
that was
We started really
it's
uploading in
incredibly quick,
February?
Yeah, it's like 4 months regular schedule, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. That
is
is
really
so
fast.
fast. That's insanely fast.
Yes.
Much faster than my channel. But
Yeah, this is the starting.
It's-
Yeah.
I think our reaction was we actually had a podcast go out that day. So we all just jumped in a VC call with everyone on the Discord, on the ship Discord. Link in the description, by the way. And we just hung out with everyone, just chatting everyone up, connecting with everyone, getting to know people that we hadn't gotten to know as closely before as we could have. We always take the time to try to interact with every single one of our patrons, every one of our, maybe not every one of our subscribers, because 20,000 people is a little bit difficult to get a hold of, but we do have our regulars that get in touch with us. And that was my favorite part, honestly, was reaching a milestone with everyone who's supporting us. That was phenomenal. That blew me away.
Indeed. It's so nice. And it was such a good celebration feeling. Everybody's just sitting, having a good time. And it is... I love that. I also love that feeling because this might sound weird if you look at it the wrong way, but we're often when we jump into VCs, it's very much like, oh my god, it's the YouTube. It can be fun, but it gets over the top very quickly, and it feels weird. What I loved about that hangout is that it was relatively mellow. It was like, hey, we did this together, woo! It's like, I love that. I love that kind of hangout. It's good.
We do so many things together that when I jump into a VC call, people are like, oh my god, it's one topic. Is the click coming too?
Oh my god. Like, where is your boyfriend? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't mind. I think that's a pretty chill time. Like if people know both of us for both of us, I'm fine with that. What was the rule that I found was like rule of thumb, after every single individual comment about myself, there's always a follow-up comment about you. So in the wild, I saw a Reddit post about me on, I think on the furry subreddit, and every single time I was mentioned in a follow-up comment, there was always you right after that on a new thread. It's like, my goodness.
It's so intertwined. Like, have you even seen, when you search the click or one topic in the YouTube search bar, one of the first suggestions is always like one topic and the click, or the click and one topic.
Yeah, we should make more videos together. That last one we did was a lot of fun.
It really was, yes.
So yeah, that was our reaction to surpassing 20,000 subscribers, was just being able to hang out with all of you. And then this podcast as well. It's just for all of you who followed along so far.
Oh yes, that's amazing.
This one's from Blink. When did this one was a really good one. When did you realize that your channels were going to be something you could turn into a job?
Oh.
We had very different approaches to this, I think.
Yes, I still remember the day.
I think you tell yours first.
Yes, I was actually staying at my girl's place during that day, and I woke up in the morning checking my YouTube analytics as a healthy person do. This was around the same time as I hit 100K. Like a lot of stuff happened with my channel around the same time. That's when my videos started taking off in views. I hit 100K. Like all these things happened at the same time. So I remember I woke up one day. And, usually on YouTube, it was like a side jam. I was like, a weekend job. I made a bit of money, but not nearly enough to support me, like financially. Right. But then I woke up one day. I saw like this big spike in revenue. And let's just be clear, the money is definitely not the main focus when I do YouTube. I did YouTube a long time before I made any money at all, and I would still be making it even if, I had to take another job, but not as much, obviously.
Yeah, your account's like, what, 8 years old, 9 years old?
11.
11. 11. Okay, yeah.
11 years old. I think my first few silly Minecraft videos and stuff are still up. It's I've done this for a long time. I really love this platform. So the money is like what enables me to do it as a job, but I don't do it for the money, if that makes sense. But I woke up that day and I saw this huge spike in my analytics, and I'm like, oh my god, this can be my job now. Oh my god. And that was such a realization. Then it took because when you see a spike like that on YouTube, you're never sure if it's like a very quick trend or if it's stable. So it's not like I resigned on the day. I still gave it almost 2 months after that day before I actually resigned from my job. But that was the day I was like, this can actually be my job at this point.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. For me, it was more like I was transitioning anyways. And... well, no, I shouldn't say that. I transitioned because this became a viable option in that I was able to afford rent and food. And that was during a really good month. And there has been bad months. And I think that's how it will always be. Whenever you're starting something new that you're passionate about, it's like you're not going to be the top career person, the most successful, making the most money right off the bat. But if you're having fun with it and you can still afford a roof over your head and food in your fridge and electricity to run that fridge, then go for it. I mean,
yes.
The worst thing that can happen is you can set back your finances and perhaps your credit if you go into a lot of debt. But if you're pursuing something that is your dream, would you not look back on it in the future and regret not doing it if you didn't take that chance, if you didn't take that leap? And if you do it and you're not successful, at least you tried. And that's how I'm approaching this. This has always been something I've wanted to do. And even if I'm wildly unsuccessful, I will have had so much fun doing it while I was able to do it. And that entirely makes it worth it for me. That and, oh my god, so many people have made new friends just in the comment sections of videos. Primarily it's been the community interaction. That sort of came first before any paychecks was just how many people were commenting on the videos and saying how much they enjoyed meeting new people, because someone would leave a comment, another person would leave a comment, then they take it over to Discord, and then they make friends, and then they're in my Discord and they're talking to me about their origin stories, and it's really cool.
Oh, that is so sweet. Yeah. And I think it's very important, like you said, money, having too little money can make you unhappy as it creates stress. Will I be able to pay my next rent? That kind of stuff. But after a certain point, increasing your salary doesn't really make you happier. It can make you feel more rewarded, as in terms of like your salary is kind of like a grade, I guess, to some extent. But in the long run, I mean, you're not going to sit there 70 years old and look back and, I wish I made $100 more a month back when I was 25. Like, that's not going to be the thing on your mind when you've lived your life.
Trying to claw out that extra $100 a month, though, in a business job, that seems so important. It's like, I can get a raise of $1,200 a year and an extra $100 a month. Yes, exactly. I'll spend an extra 15 hours a week after work. Why not?
No, it's like, it means the world when you're there, but in the grander scheme of things, it's like the thing that will matter in the long run that you will remember is, did I do things I loved? Do I feel like I made a difference to the people around me? And that's also one thing I feel like you get an influence to do that with YouTube that you don't get with a quote-unquote regular job. Not dissing regular jobs at all. They definitely have their stability and charm that we don't have here. But that's one of the positives with YouTube, is that you get to create this community that you can, you feel like you can help people, if that makes sense. We plan on making these charity drives. We can make this podcast, bring the community together. It's a very rewarding feeling. We're definitely not, saints by any means. We're not saving the world, but it's doing those small things, and that's really rewarding. It means more than any paycheck ever could.
Yeah, I'm no Bill Gates. I'm not doing enough right now. But sort of for clarification, I think you meant like a certain amount. Once you surpass a certain amount of money, theoretically, because neither of us are at that point. It's not. So a number of years ago, say like 5 years ago, when YouTube was at its peak with its monetization, and all the companies wanted to throw tons of money at YouTube was able to pay quite well. And especially now with all the dust in the air, and with YouTube becoming a little bit more evolved, advertising has become a little bit different, and it doesn't pay. Exactly, it's much shakier. It doesn't pay as much. It doesn't pay as often. And there are just like an infinite number of more guidelines now than there were before. So it's...
Yes.
Yeah, so from my perspective, I think if YouTube gets back to being able to advertise on every single channel consistently, I think a lot of people will be able to make a career out of YouTube. Right now, it's sort of like fun job for us, where we're getting more fun out of it than we are financial gain. Which is why we have so many projects on the go, is because we're trying to make this successful. We're trying to make this a career. But for now, it's just a lot of fun.
Of course. Yeah, we do the side projects because they're fun mainly. Like, for example, Sad Milk was, a fun idea. The podcast was a fun idea. But if you want to have the business perspective, it's also a diversification of the YouTube portfolio. If one of our channels suddenly, starts struggling with monetization, or a video stop getting pushed, we're like, well, we still have these 2 other projects to fall back on. It makes it a more viable long-term career where you're not relying on that specific trend for that specific channel. And it's also fun. I would probably go insane if I only made meme videos 24/7.
The fun is definitely prioritized first.
Yes.
Because we have more fun than money.
Yeah, but that's a very good currency.
From Caro, what is something you really like about the fans of the Shipped podcast? From my side, I love all of you. Oh my goodness. Not only have I seen a lot of the regulars from my channel actually come over to the Shipped podcast and interact with us in comments or on the Discord, but also from your channel, Click, your cursed little minions have been finding their way over the Shipped podcast.
Yep.
And it's cool that
and they're also
different
super
communities.
Supportive.
Exactly, yeah. Different communities just meshing together so well.
I love the chemistry it creates, because you have these cursed people that come in, but they still remain relatively wholesome. Like, they pop the occasional ooh-woo, but they don't really go the full cursed. And then you have the wholesome people, and it creates such a good mix where people are like joking and having fun, but they never really cross any lines. I love that.
Dude, it's literally our friendship, but with the people in our communities.
Pretty much. It's the same chemistry. Someone makes a joke, someone sighs, and like...
yeah, it's just today of all days. Someone actually made a fan art piece where it's just me going like this.
Yeah,
and it so perfectly encapsulates my reaction to everything. I think I retweeted it.
Someone did tag me in an Instagram post today. You can't see my camera right now, but I'm actually gonna show it to my camera.
Oh, okay, thanks.
There
I'll
you
see
go.
it when
It's a fan art of me and Mentopiki Wopiki.
Oh,
making
wow, that's so cool. Wait, it's what? I
Yeah.
can't see it. No, what did you make me react to?
No, it's me and one Topiki make. In this fan art, they actually got the height right. Wait, I'm gonna
Oh.
screenshot it and send it to you on Discord as well. So
Oh,
you know
okay,
what
okay.
I'm talking about.
I'll wait for it to pop up.
I did show it to my camera though. It might be a bit blurry, but they get the idea.
That height is not right. We don't have that much of a disparity between us.
Yeah, what's the difference between us? Like 5 centimeters ish.
Yeah, about that, yeah. Not well.
Yeah.
About 5 centimeters. But
so
that
it's a
picture
bit-
is probably like 8 or 10.
Yeah, something like that. It's a bit. I mean, there's a height difference, but that's a bit extreme. Yeah.
A little bit. I actually
Oh
really
my
like
God.
this question. I don't know if you like it as much, but I really like it. Is what superpower would you like to have?
Oh, that is cool. I'm gonna let you answer first because you said it's your favorite question.
Telekinesis. I love telekinesis. You could do literally
Really?
almost
Oh.
literally every other superpower with the power of telekinesis if you understand how to use it. Very similar to how Edward Elric uses the power of alchemy. It in the same way it's telekinesis. He's shifting the molecules to make properties into other properties. When he claps his hands and pushes the ground, he's like, "Oh, this piece of ground way over there is suddenly doing a spiky thing." Telekinesis. That's what he's using. So if you like Edward Elric, yeah, pick telekinesis, fam.
All right, fair enough. Sounds like a good superpower. when can we get that? One thing I've always found cool is like it's a bit more vanilla, I would say, but like Wolverine superpowers. That is really, it's a bit more low key.
Omega healing.
Yeah, like super regenerative. I kind of like that, like being not immortal, I guess, but having that feeling like, okay, if I fall and break my bone here, I'll be fine in 2 seconds. It's like that's pretty nifty. It's a very good peace of mind, I think, and it's pretty cool.
It depends
So-
which facet of the comics you follow, because his healing powers
Yeah.
definitely have different attributes between the different. Like, so, as an example,
Yes.
the laser beam eye Cyclops cooked Wolverine in a comic and just cooked him down to the bones. But because there was some meat left, that grew back
it
into Wolverine.
regenerated.
In a different comic,
Exactly.
he completely died when that happened. It's like,
Yep.
uh-oh. In one
Yeah,
comic,
it
he
is
could
a
have
bit
a
of-
hand cut off and it'll grow back. In another comic, Weapon X has his hand cut off, no more hand.
It's a bit inconsistent, but more as a general cool power. It's like
agree.
imagine if someone mugs you and you know shoots you in the leg and you're like, oh, nope.
He's like,
Spits the
ow,
bullet
but then
back
you're
out.
fine.
Exactly. It's like run, you little.
That's okay, that's very much the like high school bullied kid reaction there. Like, what superpower would you
it
like? I want a power to
Yes.
not to be totally fine when I'm bullied.
I want my
They'll see.
Yeah.
They'll see.
Yes. Oh my god.
This is a good one actually. What is your favorite mythological creature? In Sweden, do you have any specific to Sweden mythological creatures like in Norway where they have trolls?
We have similar. It's like Nord mythology, that kind of stuff. But nothing too specific that comes to mind. That's like my favorite like that.
With my peoples,
Let's say
dragons. A lot of people
dragons
attribute
are cool.
dragons to Asian cultures, but also, hey, them UK folk had dragons in their culture. Yay, and our dragons had arms. So, I mean, a little bit
that's kinda
superior. Kind of
I
Smaug
think dragons without arms are actually wyverns. That's like
wyverns specifically have the
defining
spiky
difference.
tails, right?
No, I think the difference is that dragons have 4 legs and wings, and wyverns have the front legs intertwined with the wings. That's like the Discord
do
lag out
some-
again, or just really? Oh, you were just really still.
I'm gonna do some D&D googling after this.
But yeah, dragons are cool. I always found like minotaurs cool for some reason.
Ooh, that is
Yeah.
weird. It's a
They're
weird
really
one to find cool.
badass. Yeah, but they're a bit more niche. I think it was partially because I played Warcraft when I was a kid, and the Taurens I always found cool. Like they're bulky, kind of badass, you know, with the decorative horns.
Oh,
and
you
stuff.
mean
It's like,
World of Warcraft?
No, Warcraft 3.
Oh, the
they have
hero one.
Taurens.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yeah. And I always found that kind of cool, like these big bulky things, but are still like, they're still somewhat human, you know? They still talk, they have the culture, that kind of stuff. So they are like humanoid creatures, but they're very like big, bulky, kind of badass, and yeah. I don't know, I liked it as a kid for some reason. I don't know. You know, big, muscular, very manly creatures. You know, they're hairy and so you're a you're a scaly dragon boy.
Oh, I know what that means. That's like a furry, but with scales. No, I got this.
Yes,
I'm on this.
yes.
I'm on this. All right.
Perfect. Look at that. He's catching up, kids.
All right. I've got a lightning round. We've got a bunch of other questions. I bet we can get through them before the end of the podcast. Here we go.
Lightning round. Okay.
Okay. Do you like snakes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. What are your most least favorite animals? I love koalas. I dislike tapeworms.
I like dogs. I don't like ticks.
That's a really good one. Okay. What food do you dislike?
Surströmming.
That's the rotten fish. Oh, that's a really good one. Okay, I've never had it. I dislike the sound of it. Okay.
You can say sour shark. That's the Icelandic one where they dig down a shark in the sands on the beach, they pee on it, leave it to ferment for a few weeks, and then pick up.
Yep. Okay. If you could have any exotic animal as a pet, what would it be? And what would you name it? But what would it be?
Ooh, I like otters. They're not super exotic, but they're legal to have here because they're counted as wild animals. They're super cute.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's a really good one. I was like, ooh, a tiger. But dang it. Otters are great. I think probably penguins. Yeah, I think penguins. Cool. But a penguin couple, so that way they'd never be lonely. They'd always have each other.
No.
Okay. What kind of music do you like?
Oh, a lot of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't dislike music.
Depending on.
I love all music. Other than
pretty much
mumble rap might be. I don't know. There's been like a couple tracks that kind of bop, but the rest of them. Yeah. It's like, That's the only line I remember is. Let's. Oh god, that noise. Do you have a favorite myth? Oh, your camera?
My camera?
Okay, it's just me now. Hey, it's the One Topic Show.
No,
One Topic Show. Yay.
I'm still here.
No, you're not still here. No. Okay, it's just your audio now. Yes. Okay, editor, it's just audio.
Okay, yeah.
Favorite myth? For me, I love the Egyptian myths. They are so interesting, and they have such parallels with other historical myths. One of them being like literally Jesus, child born of a virgin, son of God, sacrifice to the people because of people being sucky. You know, it's just like there's a lot of really interesting things. Mother being a virgin.
Yes. The Egyptians are cool.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite myth?
Not one that springs to mind just like that. No.
Thor and Odin.
That's more like mythology than myths, though.
That's fair. Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Next question. Speed round. What have you read, heard, seen that's terrified you the most? The Click. Okay. Next.
Yes. I am very terrifying.
Oh god. Okay. Speed round. What skill do you wish you had? I wish I was a better actor. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that would be cool.
I wish I could further develop that. Like a Tom Cruise level of thing. Not Tom Cruise level of everyone don't like, but Tom Cruise level of skill would be really cool. Or Robin Williams. Maybe Robin Williams. What about you, Click? What kind of skill?
I would say like I have a super spot on singing voice. That would be cool.
Oh, perfect pitch. Mm-hmm. God, that's a good one.
Perfect freaking pitch. That would be like like Adele freaking level pitch.
Do you want to go out for brunch?
Yes.
Yes. Who in your life are you grateful for? My parents. They're pretty cool people.
Oh yeah, family in general, I would say, are very. It's something that you can be very grateful for.
Is there anyone you've met that you never want to meet again? Yes.
Yeah.
Is there someone you would love to? What? Okay, no. That question reminds me of the dream anything you dream you could do. That kid.
Wait, what?
Do you ever have a dream that you wish you could do that he could do you? Do you remember that meme?
What?
No. Okay. Would you rather rule the world or stay content creator like you are now? Wow. Ruler of the world or YouTuber? Probably pick ruler of the world. I mean, wouldn't you?
Dictator of the world.
Everything could be done more efficiently. Everything always.
Yes.
Is there something you would love to do but have been scared to do? Ooh. Yeah.
Being a YouTube.
Pretty much. Being a YouTuber is the thing. I'm still scared of doing it. I'm still doing it. It's just, okay. How far did you originally think your channels might get? Small.
Yes.
How far do you think you might go?
Small.
Small.
I would say, I want it to happen, but for example, the 1 mil seems very far away.
Yes.
Very far away.
That's 5 years?
It is possible, but it's still like, that is far away.
Like, if we stay consistent, probably 5 years. And if we're inconsistent, then never. That's the thing. It might never happen. Or if we blow up tomorrow for some reason, it might be tomorrow. Like, who knows?
Yep.
Okay. What's been the biggest surprise working on the podcast? Ooh, I don't want to say actually, because we have something coming up for the trailer of the podcast. Keep an eye out for that. That's going to be cool.
Yes.
Oh god, we're running out of time. Okay. Okay, last 2 questions. Have you ever considered joining a cult? We are part of a cult, actually.
Yeah, this is a cult.
Last question. Do you secretly hate another member of the Sad Milk crew?
No. Apart from topic. No.
Exactly.
No. Oh my god.
That was a great speed round. We got through almost every single
indeed.
question that was asked us. If you want to ask your own questions, this was a celebratory video for 20,000, but we do write back to as many as we can in there. Join the ship Discord.
Yes.
Links in the descriptions, connected to Patreon. Love to see you over there.
Exactly.
We also have bonus videos. Bonus video that we're going to go record right now.
Exactly. A lot of awesome stuff if you subscribe to the Patreon. But other than that, thank you all so much for 20K. This has been a journey and hopefully many more in the future. This was fun. And we will see you in the next episode. Stay amazing. And we hope to see you on the Discord or in the comments or in the live chat. Have an awesome day, night time, or that's how you live. And mwah.